Welcome back, everybody. My name is Taylor Martin. This is the best Damn EDC, and it's time for another EDC Weekly. And because you guys have been asking for it, I think I'm going to start these videos with a little bit of a pocket check and a wrist check. In my pocket this week has been the Benchmade Bugout with the Bashy scales. I fell out of love with the Bugout a while back, but something about it just kind of spoke to me this week, and I wanted to carry this one, and I've really been enjoying it. I've got the Bugout in my pocket, and on my wrist I have the Zelos Horizons GMT, actually Horizons 2 GMT. They sent me one of these before, but it had a little bit of an issue with the GMT hand, so they sent a replacement. It just came in today. Got a video coming out on Zelos. I have a video coming out on them in the very near future, as well as a bunch of other brand videos. I've got a Cave Leather Company video, a ProTech video, Zelos. I have a bunch of different watch companies that I've been working with and trying to get around to making videos on. A watch collection, an updated knife collection, tons of videos in the queue. I've just been a little slow at making videos lately because frankly, it kind of sucks making videos in here right now because it's so hot. I think it's 80 degrees in here right now. I have added a fan. You may be able to hear it. If you do, sorry, not sorry. I'd rather have a fan on me and you hear it than just be sitting here drenched in sweat the entire time. For the record, that's not a complaint. That's just me explaining if there are fewer videos here on the channel, that's why. It's just been kind of miserable in this office for the last few weeks. Let's get this episode on the road. This is the EDC Weekly. I did another Discord only. I'm gonna mix it up again in the future very soon, but I just wanted to do another Discord only because they've been just so much fun to make lately. So with that said, let's do the damn thing. All right, so yesterday I asked you guys to post your photos to the EDC Photos channel in the Discord. So this is a little bit before I actually asked for that, so I'm going back just a little before. And that's mainly because this photo right here, I saw this before I ever asked, and I thought it was just a really cool photo. So we've got a Colorado Rockies flat bill cap. I don't know what's on the bill of it, but there's a Yojimbo 2 and an Olight. Gosh, that looks like that's not an Olight S1R. That's maybe an S1 Mini, I think. And then we have a Gerber Dime in purple with some titanium tweezers there at the bottom. I just thought it was really cool. It's just color coded really well. It's like black with vibrant bluish purples. I just thought it was really cool. That photo is from Rad House. Here is a pretty much all titanium carry from Glen L. In this, I see a Big Idea Design TI Click EDC, as well as a Resolute X1. That's the little utility knife that I was talking about recently. I'm not sure what that pry bar is, but I see a Big Idea Design bit bar and TI EDC wrench, as well as a Baton Pro in titanium, a titanium key bar, a Lynch Northwest All Access Pass 2.5, a Leatherman Charge TTi. We also have a Bugout with titanium scales and a titanium bottle or flask. That pry bar, see if he says anything about it in the description. Tom Shoot Titanium, maybe? I'm guessing that might be what that pry bar is. Wow, that's a lot of titanium. That's a lot of gear too. Let's be honest, this is a lot of gear. All right, here's one from EcoV. In this photo, you can see the 7 Friday watch. I think this is actually the same person who submitted this a long time ago. I remember that watch because it's a skeletonized watch, which is really neat. I don't know much about 7 Friday, but we also have a Victorinox Swiss Army knife. It looks like a Victorinox Cadet, I believe, but it looks a little different. Something's off about it. And then there's the Gareth Bull Wee Knives Chamois production. It is the 7 Friday P1, a 1987 issue Swiss Army knife. So maybe it's not a Cadet, but really cool stuff there. Really cool. Right here is, of course, it's a great photo. It's from Patina EDC. He has a Big Idea Design TI Pocket Pro, or not TI Pocket Pro, but a Pocket Pro Pete's Pirate Life brass version. He has a brass Swiss Army knife, which is a Dean_EDC custom brass compact / tinker. He has a Brassworks pry bar with Owen_EDC brass bead, a Prometheus Beta QR V2 in brass. And then he also has a small Sebenza 31 with wood inlays and double gold lugs. That's a really nice 31. That is a really nice 31. I want a Sebenza 31, but I've just not gotten one because I have a 21. I think a small 31 with inlays like that could be really, really great. I like that. All right, here's a photo from Adam Duvall. He has an Okluma DC0 in copper. You don't see those very often at all, as well as a Great Eastern Cutlery 47, a leather slip handmade by himself, Spyderco PKAL, I'm not familiar with that one, an All Access Pass from Lynch Northwest, that looks like a 2.5, no, that's a 1.5, I think, and all on a bed of paisley hank made by myself as well. Really cool photo, different gear. That's why this one caught my eye. It's definitely some different gear. The Okluma in copper is really neat, but I imagine that thing is heavy, very, very heavy. Here's one from Sting Theory. He said, let's see if the flat lay on wood rule still works on Taylor. Here I am. It's taken me a while, but I finally settled on a carry that I truly love every part of, from left to right-ish. He has an Okluma DC0 in titanium, as well as a Offene Meer gun deck quick draw in whiskey. He has an AirPods Pro in a rugged series case by Nomad, an iPhone 11 Pro in a rugged series case by Nomad, and an early Koch Tools Nat in Micarta scales, and a combat bead civilian plus reload beads. He also has a 1962 Omega Speedmaster 30 unpolished with a whiskey strap from Southpaw Leather Goods. He has a Norseman number 3108 with bronzed crosshatch scales and gold hardware, a Saga number 404 with fully bronzed titanium, a Lynch Northwest All Access Pass 1.5 with bronze gradient, and Koch Tools clasp in bronze. So really neat stuff. Flat lay on wood still gets it done, but this is just honestly a really nice carry with all really, really nice stuff. I think I might have said Omega Speedmaster, but that is definitely a Seamaster, and that's what he said. I just can't read. Here is a black and red carry from Sheep Duke 48. In here, he has a handkerchief from King and Priory in a herringbone pattern. He has a Field Notes standard notebook, as well as a Benchmade Mini Crooked River custom in red and black. He has a Pentel 0.09mm mechanical pencil. He has a Cares Custom AL-13 Decograph pen, as well as a G-Shock 7900 on a Vario strap, an Olay i3T EOS, and then his keys. He has a locking Nitize S-Beaner, a Silicon Power 64GB flash drive, and a Thorin's key, and then not pictured are his car and home keys. But it's really cool to see something out of the norm. A little black and red carry is really nice. He doesn't say anything about the wallet, which is sitting right on top of the Field Notes notebook, but that is a Trayvax Element wallet with a red strap. All right, here's one from Pocket Dump Diary. The knife in this picture is a ProTech Malibu Reverse Tonto. He says, favorite knife at the moment, fantastic action from ProTech for not being an auto. It is honestly phenomenal. Best action on a knife I've ever had. Multi-tool is a Victorinox Farmer X Alox. He also has an Olay i1R2, and then he has a Grimsmo Saga for his pin. The pry bar is a Brasswork / Zero Feud in titanium. He has a black cross leather gantry in wine color. That's the wallet at the very bottom. He has a lighter in his carry too. That is a Corona Old Boy. He says part of my current EDC due to fireworks on the 4th of July. And then the handkerchief is Blowhard Hanks in a really neat looking like floral pattern. It's so good to see people carrying these Malibus. Like I have so many ProTechs now, but the Malibu is probably my favorite ProTech. ProTech being like the king of autos, I think it's kind of funny that my favorite ProTech is the only manual one I have. It's amazing what they did with a knife that's not in their wheelhouse. All right, here's one with some off the beaten path gear from Lucas Murphy. For his flashlight in the top left of the photo is a Laulima Machine Craft Malahini and Patina brass. I don't know if I said any of that right. The knife that he has in the picture is a Koch Tools KTC2 Urban EDC Supply exclusive in OD Green Micarta. The fixed blade in the bottom is a tactical pterodactyl Mini Raptor in AEBL steel, and then the Nux / bottle opener is an Aperion Bladeworks Super Smash Ghost in Wasteland Finish brass. Some really neat gear that you don't see all the time. Part of me wishes I'd picked up one of those old Koch tools in the Micarta with the S35 VN, just because I have one in D2. I don't ever carry it or use it because I rusted it the first day, because it's like a bead blasted D2 steel, and I rusted it out like immediately. But it's such a cool and different knife. It is a little bit chunky, but man, I just really like that knife. It's so different, and it has a pry bar built into it. Watch Geek EDC says today's pocket jingle is an Opinel number 6, the Yema Superman Heritage, which is a watch that's kind of sort of on my radar. It is a Submariner homage, but it is really, really nice, especially for the money. He also has a Prometheus Beta QRV2. It looks like in titanium maybe, but it could be like nickel, I don't know. And then there's a Swiss Army knife MiniChamp in Alox with, if you haven't noticed, there's a little titanium bead on there that is like a little Lego man bead. Those are from my buddy Rick over at Zero Feud, and I think he has them in stock right now. I don't know about titanium, but he definitely has some of them in stock over at his store. It'll be linked down below. All right, here's a carry from probably one of the most active people in the server, Ray. He goes by Ray of Sunshine now. Anyway, he says today's carry listed top to bottom. He has a Offene Meer gun deck quick draw. He also has a Gareth Bull custom chamois, so bougie. He also has an Armstrong Metalworks Solar Blueprint coin, a Boker Tech Tool GITD. I feel like I should know what that is, but I don't. I know what the Tech Tool is, but I don't know what GITD stands for. The watch in the photo is an Oris Aquis Titanium. He also has a Grimsmo Saga for his pen. The flashlight here is an Okluma DC0 in titanium, and then underneath everything is a Gondek EDC Kevlar hank. That's something I've never seen before, a Kevlar handkerchief. That's wow, that's bougie, I think. Tactile, I don't know, what does a Kevlar hank classify as? I don't know, but this is a sick carry. Now that I have the production chamois though, I don't think that I want a full custom chamois. Like, they're really nice, they're extremely hard to find, they're expensive, but I think the production is just fine for me. I've not really dove into the world of custom knives yet. Like, I just haven't, especially custom folders. I've got a few custom fixed blades, but custom folders is just such a slippery slope. They're very, very expensive, and it's more about artisanship than it is, I think, the benefit. They're way beyond the point of diminishing returns, for sure. Like, $250, $200 is probably the point of diminishing returns, but yeah, I've not gone down that road, and I'm not sure I'm ready to. All right, here's one from Art SOHC. He has an Hinderer XM-18 War Pig, as well as a Rolex Submariner, a ReyLight Dawn TI. He has a refined pen, a Mike's Mods custom Swiss Army knife, and then finally a Gerber Shard, which looks like the coating has been removed from it. That's a pretty stout carry right there. All pretty bomb-proof stuff. I'd say if I were to change anything with this carry, I would probably just upgrade the refined to a tactile turn, because they're very similar, but tactile turn, they're just made much better than these refined pins. The refined pins, fine, they're good, but they're not on the same level as tactile turn. Wow, here's one from Huntsman. He said, big fan of the OD. And I'd say he has, it looks like an OD, what is that? Is that a OD Micarta scales on a Tenacious? It looks like, no, is that that's gotta be a PM3. And then he has a Pilar, a Benchmade 940, a Sheep's Foot Griptilian, looks like a mini grip, a Bugout, another Bugout, a Smock, and then there's a Biblio in OD green, and then a Vox Dapper. Wow, that is a lot of OD green. I'm a huge fan of OD as well. OD Micarta is personally my favorite, but wow, that's hardcore. Here's a very compact carry from Huntsman. He has a Spyderco McBee, as well as an Urban EDC exclusive Fox Suru with TI Scoopy bead. He has a BW TI pry bar with a combat bead, and then an Olight blasted S1 Mini in titanium, and then finally underneath everything is a Fox Hank handkerchief. Of course, no wallet or keys, but that's still really small gear. The Suru is already a small knife. The McBee is like 2 inches long total. There's another compact carry from Monk E, but I don't think I can list all of this gear right off the top of my head. I do know that there's a Prometheus Beta QRV2 that looks like it's been blasted. He has a tactile turn bolt action mini, a Prometheus Kappa quick release, as well as, oh, I cannot remember the Hand Gray, I think is who makes this titanium carabiner, a Justin Lundquist Baby Barlow, a ZFP2 pry bar, and a big Idea Design TPT slide, but it looks like he ground off the pry or flathead at the very end of it, and then on the other end is a Koch Tools Nuck, but I don't know what model number that is. I did better than I thought I would, but it looks weird. Like, there's something off about all of this. Maybe it's just the white balance or something, but everything looks like 3D printed in gray. Everything's got kind of a blue hue to it. It's a nice titanium carry, very compact, but for some reason, everything in this photo looks fake. No offense, I'm just saying it just, for some reason, it doesn't look real. Did you 3D print all this? Is this all fake? I'm just kidding. It's gotta be the white balance, I think. I don't know. And we are all caught up. But look at this, the very last photo that was just posted comes from Brett 2S. He has a Protec Strider S&G operator, a Protec TR4 operator, and a Protec TR3 operator. He said, nothing but knives today, my new favorite set. But hold on. It's just so funny because, so here is the TR4. Here is the S&G. And here is the TR3. They just kick so hard, especially the S&G. I think that one might be the snappiest ProTech I have. Honestly, I say that, but it may come down to the SBR because it's just so much smaller. There's a lot less mass to move with that button. I should carry this one more. Never carry it, but it's so good. So good. That's gonna do it for this episode of the EDC Weekly. I'm happy to report that this fan has made a world of difference. I hope you can't hear it. I think actually the fan from the light is louder than this fan, which is really great because this makes making videos tolerable. I'm not dripping in sweat right now, which is good. That's very good. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that thumbs up button down below and subscribe to see more stuff like this in the future, and hit that notification bell to be notified when I upload new videos. And if you want to support what I'm doing here, my favorite things listed in this video will be linked down below. If you click through and purchase anything using those links, they're affiliate links, so I will get a little bit of a kickback, but it doesn't cost you anything extra. You can also go to patreon.com/bestdamnedc or carrycommission.com or carry.best. You can buy gear and merch directly from me. There's also social media, which you can follow us on, and there's 2 groups. There's a Facebook group and a Discord group. They're linked down below, so you can request to join there. But with that said, and until next time, carry on.